record button. And hey guys, so I'm so excited to be here today with my guest speaker, Baylee, who is a newer coach. And I wanted you guys to hear her story. Like from a newer coach perspective. I know you guys see me posting all the time, and I've been doing this for a long time now. I already told my little story, earlier today. So go back in the event page and check that out if you don't know who I am for any reason. But yeah, I've been a coach for going on 6 years. So it's cool to have like a baby coach on here. She's only been a coach for 2 years, who's freaking killing it, guys. Like she's advanced in her business to a 1-star diamond team. She's hitting Success Club 20 months in a row, which if you don't know what that means, she's basically helping, I think like you said, Success Club 20, right? 20 months in a row. That's like 10 plus people a month. She's enrolling and getting people started with their health and fitness journey and building an online wellness influencer business. So I'm so glad to have you here, Baylee. And just before we get started, guys, I'm going to be doing a prize giveaway. So if you're watching live, so you got to be on here live, make sure to comment on the Facebook, stay to the end so I know that you were here. And for here, I'm recording, so I guess I can see if you're on here. Then either just write it in the chat box or something so I know that you are on here, and I'll put your name in the drawing for this amazing, I call it hype juice. Everyone has like a name for it. It's pre-workout and it's gold, guys. So you're gonna get to try that. One lucky person to try that. And just stay tuned on the event page until tomorrow, because I know my husband Eric is gonna talk more about the details of like how we actually earn it from like doing it. But today, right now with Baylee, we're just gonna talk about her story so you guys could see like, where she started and how this has worked for her. So Baylee, if you could just get going with like, where were you before all of this, right? Like, what were you doing? Like, were you in school? Were you working? Where you from? Like, all that good stuff.
So I'm from Kansas. I'm 21, and I actually.
Oh, hear you.
What?
That's not good. I thought it was me. I was like, oh crap.
You can't hear me?
Oh man, I do not hear you. So we might have to come back to this guy. Oh wait, maybe. Oh my, it was just me. Sorry, my thing was on mute.
Can you hear me?
Yes. Oh my God, I'm like freaking out with my thing. My computer was like on mute. Okay. I think we got it now. All right.
Okay, so I'm 21. I'm from Kansas, and like she said, I've been coaching for 2 years, and before coaching, I was really like lacking community on my fitness journey. I actually started Beachbody workouts when I was 15 and was a fitness competitor when I was 16. So I've been doing Beachbody a while, and I just fell in love with the programs, and I lost 60 plus pounds with 21 Day Fix, doing it multiple rounds when I was 15, 16. So I lost a lot of weight on my journey, and I just needed, I guess, more like of a community. And that's what Beachbody has brought me, is the community aspect and just not feeling so alone, like on my journey. And along with that, I just have started, helping women and building my own community from the ground up instead of using my coaches. So that's like the best part for me, is connecting with these new women and finding girls that need an outlet or need something new on their journeys, just like I did.
Yeah.
And I actually started coaching with, I think, one job. I was working at like a juice bar. So it wasn't something like super hard, but it did take up a lot of time. I was pretty high up there, not a manager, but I was working a lot every single week.
Yeah.
And I hate working for a boss. Like, I hate 9-to-5 jobs. I hate any type of jobs. So I was like determined to make this a full-time thing and get my income growing. And it's more than income for me. And that's what a lot of coaches say, but obviously everyone needs money. But the income part is like something where I start to compare myself to other coaches, and it defeats the purpose of being a coach for me. So I really just feel like focusing on, you know, sharing your passion and helping other women, like that's what I'm about. I'm not about money. I'm not about signing people up and, you know, not helping them. Like that's what
Yeah.
Beachbody is about, is changing lives. So yeah, I did start this with one job, and then I, you know, didn't become a full-time coach until last year, like last January-ish, but I still was working at a chiropractic office because I thought I needed to, but I really didn't. I was just like, I need to get out of the house.
Cool.
So yeah, I've been a full-time coach for like a year now. But yeah, I'm
That's
just
awesome. So I think there's like a couple of things that I love about your story, that I feel like is different than me, and this is good, so that you guys that are, you know, thinking about, you know, joining us, like I always say, like really anyone can do this. Like if you have the desire to live a healthier lifestyle, and you know what I mean? Like, and you want more in life. So like, I know for me, like I was not a fitness person. Like I did not work out. I didn't play any sports in high school. Like I was just not active, and I still made it happen, guys. So it's cool to see that even like, I know sometimes I think I create this story in my head, like, oh, people who are already like into fitness, like, you know, they don't need this. Like they already found their solution. But just listening to you say, like, I was already fit. I was loving the programs. I was consistent in that area. But I think what I was missing was the community. And like that really spoke to me, because I'm like, damn, man, like maybe I've been holding out, like reaching out to those people, but it's a whole nother ballgame when, you know, you're doing it with a team of people. And I think that's what keeps this like exciting, keeps the fitness journey exciting. And
yeah.
so yeah, you kind of spoke about, like, I was gonna ask you this, like, how did you balance building this business? I mean, and you've had, like, to me, like very quick success. Like how did you manage doing that with working? And I think you had told me privately, like you were going to school too, like you were in college too, but you were a little bit like confused about that. So can you tell us a little bit about like how you managed to, you know, figure out how to work this into your schedule?
Yeah, so I don't remember if they had the business activity tracker back then, but the one thing I love about coaching is like we always have some sort of tracker out there that has our duties on it. And I
Mm-hmm.
put this on my Instagram all the time. Like when I want someone to join my team, I want them to be hardworking and dedicated and have that passion. But I also know a lot of women that are scared to get into this, put so much time into it, invest money into it, and think they're not going to get anything out of it.
Mm-hmm.
And the only way that's going to happen is if you let this overcome your life. Like, yes, you want to maybe be a full-time coach in the end, but you do have to figure out how to balance your time, like you said. You know, if you are a part-time job worker right now, or you have a full-time job and you're skeptical about joining coaching, there's always a way to make this work. And it can happen in 30 minutes a day. It can happen in 20 minutes a day, as long as you're consistent, as long as you don't have a towel to throw in and be like, I quit, you know, and lean
Yeah.
in instead of leaning out. So that's where the community also comes in, is like your team page, your team that you join, they're always there for you. And there's always a solution to a problem that you have. And so with me, like, I did go to college a little bit before I started coaching. I actually dropped out and then started coaching. So I wasn't in college and doing Beachbody coaching, but I did drop out just because I was like wasting money. I didn't like school. I basically like failed high school and I barely graduated. So I have always not liked school, and I was bullied when I was younger. Like I hate jobs and I hate school.
Yeah. And
um,
that's so
like
crazy,
everybody.
because you're like killing it right now in your coaching business. So like I love it, man. Like I love following the stuff. And Baylee is like, she has like a servant's heart. Like she's so helpful. And I think that's a key piece to this, because we are working with people, guys. And you know, you're going to be part of this is growing a team. So you gotta like people. I mean, you gotta want to help people, you know. So um man, like I love it. So did you have any like doubts or fears? I don't know, like tell us a little bit about like who, like that moment when they did invite you to become a coach. Like what was that like? Was it just like a simple, all right, I'll do it? Or how did that go about?
So it's so funny. My coach actually, she's a premier coach right now. So she's like, I met her. She used to live in my town. So she
Mhm.
helped me get started with the workouts when I was 15. But she had barely been getting started in the business, like brand new coach, just like awkward. And she invited me and was like, hey, do you want to like join me for this fitness thing? Like, I'm still new to it and I'm skeptical, but I want other people to do it with me. And I was like, sure, like send me the details. And I think I was 17 when she first sent that.
Wow.
Um, my boyfriend's calling.
Um,
But like I said, I got involved with Beachbody when I was 15, but just did it like on my own, and I didn't know who she was really. So yeah, she had actually invited me to do it, and I was 17, but I couldn't really coach because you're not supposed to till you're 18 years old.
yeah.
So I actually signed up under my grandma, and she was like the coach, but I was like working her business, and I
That is
helped
so
like,
cool.
yeah, I like was just killing it in the gym and doing the workouts, and I helped some like friends, and then I canceled and I was like, fuck Beachbody, like I don't want to do this, like I just can't do it. And so then when I was 18, she reached back out to me and was like, dude, you're killing it. Like whatever happened with Insanity, with like 21 Day Fix, like what happened? Cause I just like ghosted her. I completely
Uh-huh.
like canceled and didn't want anything to do with her. And she was like, come to my house, like come meet me, come talk to me. And I was like, nah, girl, like I don't want to.
Yeah.
And so yeah, I was like super broke, and she messaged me when I was like 18 again about coaching. So I signed up again because it was like a year.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was like, fuck this. So I canceled. And then she messaged me again when I was 19. And then that was it. Like that's when I signed up as a coach, and I stayed in it, and I just like dove head first.
Yeah.
It was crazy. Like she followed up with me for like 2 years. And I mean, I kept joining her, but you have those people that are skeptical, and that's why you just keep following up with them. But you also know that there are people out there that need this. And she knew,
Exactly.
like she completely knew that I was lacking this in my journey. And I
Mm-hmm.
had so much potential. Like I didn't even know for myself that it's something I was going to be doing, full time. So
Wow.
kind of crazy to
Who's
like,
your coach? I think I know her. What's her name?
her name's Carrie Schmidt. She has like the braided.
Yes, we had her on here a couple of months ago. Guys, the girl that I had on here, she has like rainbow hair. That's her upline coach. Okay, so I know who your coach is. So that's
That's
so, I
funny.
mean, I think I love how like real and honest you are with us right now, and like just showing us the ups and downs of this. Cause like this is reality, guys. Like this is business. Like this is, sometimes people are gonna start, sometimes they're gonna stop. Like I always teach my team, like, it's that person's decision and you don't know their circumstances. So just never give up on those people. Like always come back around, because look at you. It took that perfect time to be like, all right, I'm going to go all in, and now you're freaking killing it.
Yeah, it's
So
crazy.
did you have any once you really started going with it, like, did you have any fears or any doubts? Like, you know how some people, like, they feel like, they're kind of nervous about posting on social media or like other kind of things like that? Or were you just like, you know what, like, I'm just gonna do this. I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm throwing it out there. I'm gonna figure it out.
So I was already posting on social media on my fitness journey, but I also like was really scared about what other people thought of me and doing that, because I live in such a small town. I mean, it's a big town, but like it feels
Mm-hmm.
like we know everyone, like everyone knows everyone.
Yeah.
So I was like scared of what people thought of me for like doing Beachbody or like being an online coach, and then me like breaking the news. But I honestly like, that's one of the biggest things I've had to get over, is like what others think of me. And I didn't have a very big following. Like I maybe had like 200 people
Mm-hmm.
following me, and that was like 2 years ago. And I now have over 11,000 people following me. Like it's just crazy to see that people don't give a shit what others think of you. Like
Mm-hmm.
there are people out there that do want to see you on your journey. They need you in their lives, and
Yep.
maybe they do want to join you. Maybe you're posting something and they feel like they're missing out, and they are just waiting for that opportunity to like say, "Hey, I need your help." And that's what
Yep.
I just had to like register in my head is I don't care what others think about Beachbody. I don't care what others think about me being a full-time coach and working from home. I don't care what they think about anything. They don't pay my bills, and their opinions don't freaking matter. So I think that was like the biggest thing for me. And I
Yes.
wasn't really worried about like social media following or posting, because it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you have 5 followers or 0 or 100,000. You can
Mm-hmm.
still be successful in the business. And it's just a number. Like that's
Yeah.
just a number, and it doesn't matter.
I think
So
like you mentioned earlier, like if you do the work, like seriously do the behind the scenes work, you know, like with the tracker that you spoke about. So for those of you guys like that are thinking about joining us, you will get like training and step by step like the how to of everything. You don't just sign up and then we're like, all right, good luck on your coaching journey, you know. So
yeah.
wow, like that is freaking amazing. So how has this impacted your life? Like, I know you kind of mentioned it already, but just to wrap this up, how has this like becoming a coach changed your life? What has it done for you?
I think that before coaching, like I was so hesitant about like my future and just like what my future held for me. I knew I wanted to do something with fitness, but I was so scared about like money and what it would look like. And I want to be like that stay-at-home mom in the future and like have all the babies and be able to like work from home. Oh my God, he's coughing.
I'm like, is he
But
coughing because you say you want a lot of babies?
he's sick. I don't know, his throat's hurting.
Oh man.
Um, not all the babies, but like I want 3 babies, and
Yeah.
I just was so. It's not even about the future thing. I just like I'm that type of person that likes to be like settled down and have something as like
Mhm.
their career, and I didn't want to go to college, and this basically saved me. Like I was a fitness competitor when I was 16, and after that I lost a lot of friends. Even getting into fitness, I lost a lot of friends. I was bullied in high school and middle school, and I just needed something that would turn my life around. And I feel like Beachbody literally saved me because I don't know where I would be without it. And I don't know, I'd probably be working a job that I hate. I probably wouldn't have met my boyfriend Colton, like
Mhm.
all the things. And I just would be so miserable and depressed. And the community that this has brought me, like I've said, the community is what I joined for. And just like seeing other girls be successful on like my team and
Mhm.
helping women and changing lives, and knowing that when I wake up every day, like I have an impact on someone, that's something that wouldn't have happened if I didn't join, you know? And
Yep.
that's exactly what my goal is in life, is like any type of like value I can provide to someone in their life or whatever it is, like that's the person I want to be. And this has literally saved my life. Like I literally don't know where I would be without Beachbody. And I know everybody probably says that, but it's so true. Like you just have to join to know that this literally saved your life in some way. I
Seriously. And
mean,
that was, you kind of like went into my last question, which is like, for anyone that's watching right now or watching the recording, like that's on the fence and they're like one foot in, one foot out, what would you say to like help them just make that decision to just do it, you know?
you don't know. Like you don't know what's going to happen, and the only way to know is to join. And if you don't like it, then don't do it. But you have
Yeah.
to join first to figure it out. You know, I tell people all the time, like, if you're skeptical, I was skeptical too. I had no money. Like I didn't even have $150 to get set up with a challenge pack with my workouts. I had to borrow that from my coach, and I paid her back later on. Like I was
Wow.
struggling. I didn't have anything. And I just, you know, if you're hesitant to join, everyone's hesitant. But
Yeah.
if you're busy, you know, if you're busy and you don't think you can add this onto your plate, that's just you not wanting to add another thing onto your plate. You have the room, but you just don't want to. You don't want to make it a priority. So you have to figure out,
Exactly.
like, what are your priorities? You know, if fitness is something that you want to get into or you're already into and you want to inspire other people, then maybe this is your route, but you will never know until you try. And there is no harm in joining and trying it out. Like that is the number one thing that is gonna either give you the opportunity to have freedom or change your life, or it's going to backfire on you and you're going to wish you would have joined earlier. Like,
yeah.
Everyone says, I wish I would have joined earlier. Like, I wish I would have joined 5 years ago. You
Man,
know?
I totally agree, man. I'm just like, look, if your doubt is, oh my God, what if I fail or what if I don't do great at this? It's like at a minimum, you're gonna get in the best shape of your life and you're gonna gain a fit fam. Like you're gonna gain community. So there's no losing here, you know. So thank you, Baylee, for getting on here. And guys, stay tuned on the event page because I got Eric. He's gonna hop on and talk more in detail about like the compensation plan and how we actually earn money as coaches. But I was so glad that Baylee, you know, carved out the time to get on here and just share her honest like story with us. And thank you, Baylee. Thank you, guys. And remember to comment stayed till the end, stayed until the end. So I know to put you in that prize drawing when I do this prize drawing for the pre-workout. All right, guys. All right,
Awesome.
guys. Have a good night.